these 2 days, I enjoyed getting lost in these cultural traits, and I try to understand this culture different from ours in the West, but at the same time functional and worth preserving. Indeed, the traveler's first objective should be to observe, respect, and ultimately, and hopefully, understand.
Getting out from Namba station and you are almost immediately in Dotonbori, which is where the fun starts, and I will definitely go directly to eat something. Dotonbori is the touristic center of Osaka, and most trips in Kansai will start and end up here. A mix of colors and neon lights, second only to Tokyo, welcomed me back in Japan for 2 days between modern and tradition, like only Japan can offer. Good morning from Osaka. It's 5:30 in the morning. People are going back from clubbing. It's a national holiday here in Japan, and I'm going for a morning run, or very early morning run. So let's see how Osaka looks in the morning early, which by the way looks like I left it last night. Still here people are partying, and let's see how it looks when the sun rises. Japan is a minimalist country. They maximize space and goods, and indeed here behind me they wash and dry one-time use plastic bag to reuse them again. Very environmentally friendly. An early morning run along the river and the city reminds me the adventure of Rokijo, or also known as Arashiyama no Jo. This manga first and cartoon after told the story of Joe Yabuki, a working class boy dreaming of world fame in boxing. His adventures influenced millions of people who saw themselves likewise struggling against the system like Joe Yabuki. However, they revered him as an icon, and so I do. Rocky Joe runs, the music, the story, the drama has been deeply influential in my childhood, showing me that despite adversities you got to keep persevere and working towards your dream, because no one is going to be there to help you. And this was a deep, philosophical and emotional story that taught me a lot, also in times of troubles and difficulties. Osaka reminds me my runs in Beijing, in a very urban environment where they try to pave some narrow alleys for runners, but it's very hard. I had already run like 20 red traffic lights, so it's not ideal, but at least I try. And overall, this path by the river is kind of nice, big environment, but at every traffic light you have to stop.
Se la vita sotto la cintura picchierà, non aver paura, forza asciuga. Se un pugno frusta e su di te si schianterà.
Remember running in exactly this spot 5 years ago and seeing the Osaka Castle at dawn. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a very magical spot. I will put the map, don't worry, so you can find a way to come here. And
Forza asciuga, fatti sotto
Running across Osaka Castle, I'm lucky to see some kendo warrior training, a sport that I only seen in movies like The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise. But watching it now live, I see an impressive determination and resilience from this fighter, while they get hit on the head and body with speed and violence. Truly amazing.
Non si salverà. Dai vai, furbo sei, tu è quasi KO. Alle corde stringilo, senza fiato lascialo. Forza asciuga, fatti sotto a quel destro che va. Forza asciuga, con un gancio sotto il mento, la vittoria verrà. Mangerà la polvere chi sta davanti a te e vedrà le stelle, forza asciuga.
Done for today. Very nice run, urban, a good way to discover the city, and tomorrow we're gonna run in Kyoto, so follow us, and I will need a good breakfast, of course, Japanese. So here we go, Arashiyama train station, and from here on we're gonna go for a really authentic Japanese experience here in Kyoto. So let's start by heading to our hotel, a very traditional one, like tatami rooms, and from there on see the famous bamboo forest. So here reach the top, observation deck, and reminds my hometown in Albania. Now let's go see the bamboo forest. So this is the famous Arashiyama bamboo walk, nice, but I think I've seen better in China. You can judge.
Getting lost in the bamboo forest in Arashiyama reminds me my neighbor Totoro, a cartoon from Hayao Miyazaki that I was used to watch when I was a young boy, and it deeply impressed me for the complexity of the story and the richness of the landscape. And being here now is kind of special, kind of like being a child back again. Traveling alone is not easy, and Japan is a country of contrast. I feel lost among people and spaces in the bamboo forest. I'm impressed among cultural peculiarities and the natural wonder of this place, which serve as a catalyst for introspection in myself. In this lonely trip, I feel like Bill Murray in Lost in Translation. The loneliness I feel in this bustling and unfamiliar environment is coupled with the language barrier, and I'm overwhelmed and alienated. At the same time, I'm seeking meaningful connection to bridge my gaps of solitude in this lonely travel.
if you don't know how to read Japanese numbers, you're gonna have some troubles in finding your room, like I'm having now. But the same like China, it helps. Ready to go for my Japanese public bath experience. As you see, I'm already wearing what should I even have the bag with a towel, so let's see. I cannot make videos inside, but I try to imagine. Saunas play a meaningful role in Japanese society. The traditional Japanese sauna, known as sento or onsen, is deeply integrated in the culture. Japanese saunas embody a rich cultural tradition that goes beyond more than just relaxation. They symbolize aspects of health, social interaction, cultural continuity, and respect for nature, reflecting the values and interconnections within Japanese society. Therefore, strict rituals imposed no tattoo, phones, or alcohol. I can understand falling rocks, but falling trees has never happened. But let's be careful, maybe this is a special place. From Kyoto. Today is gonna be a run along the river, like my hero Rocky Joe was used to do in a cartoon that signed my childhood. Again, my hotel. It's a beautiful run full of nostalgia from my cartoon and manga memories. But now let's go for a cold sauna, typical Japanese breakfast, and then back to Osaka where I will meet an old friend. If you have time, I highly recommend renting a bicycle, 900 yen, right in front of the train station. I didn't have time, but you should, you must. Bikes look very good and 100 yen, it's very cheap.
濡れたヒールを気にしてた幼さ隠した横顔いつか交わした
This is one of the most popular snacks here in Japan. I've seen it in many cartoons. It's just a triangle of rice with something inside. So let's dig in and let's see what's inside.
君がささやく静かなラストシーン抱えた裸のつま先今日は小さく揺らしてぼんやり見てたけど少しだけ悲しい静
River fishing seems to be a key trait of Japanese culture. I remember watching a cartoon called Sanpei when I was 8 or 9 years old before going to school. Sanpei was a little boy going fishing around the world, and while watching this adventure I felt like I could go around the world with him. Now this young man in this little river of Kyoto confirms me that those giant trouts really exist, and Sanpei was right. And now, seeing it live is like a dream coming true. The JR train back to Kyoto takes an immersive route across mountains that reminds me train scenes from Spirited Away, another masterpiece from Hayao Miyazaki, a Japanese cartoon that has impressed and taken the heart of many young kids around the world that, while watching this train going through different landscapes, felt that the world has no borders. And maybe that's why I am here now. Maybe I was impressed and influenced as well in coming here so far from home and discovering a totally different world.
For the last night in Osaka, I go for an authentic Japanese dinner with an old friend, Ueda-san. He likes to show me the neighborhood and local restaurant. We go for a wide range of sushi and sashimi, accompanied by an even wider variety of sakes, both hot and cold. This reminds me very much of all those cartoons where I saw people drinking alcohol, and this seems very normal in Japan, with no taboos.
胸元こんなにも僕を危険にさせとく愛してもいいはず
So now we head into a chicken place where they eat raw chicken, typical Japanese, and typical raw eggs, so let's eat. This restaurant is the only one in the area that sells raw chicken, just lightly burned from the outside. Interesting, with a very light taste compensated by the wasabi in a mix, hard to forget. To be drink with a special sake as well, coming from an island which I don't remember the name. Maybe I had too many drinks.
人波の街角車のブレーキ後ろで
The more people, the more vending machines. There are like 12 here, and there is even one that sells Häagen-Dazs ice cream. I will not try one. I'll just run, promise.
Japanese culture has been able to capture the hearts and minds of millions around the world, from the pages of captivating manga to the immersive worlds of video game and the rich tapestry of history woven into the fabric of popular culture. Japan's influence on childhood has been nothing short of extraordinary. Indeed, the impact of manga and cartoons on childhood is profound, fostering creativity, empathy, and a love for storytelling. While traditional tales, samurai sages, and the delicate art of these ceremonies have found new life in the hearts of the young people. Video games, another cornerstone of Japanese soft power, has become a playground for the imagination.
Kirage in Kansai airport, heading back to China. It was a very intense 2 days here in Japan. It was my third time, but every time is different. It's a country that never stops impressing. And next time we might be in the Middle East, according to the political situation down there. I will decide. And well, just 5% of my subscribers watch my videos, so I would like to make a piece of advice to my subscriber, which is please do not unsubscribe. I don't care you don't watch it, but please do not unsubscribe. I would like to reach 1,000 subscribers at some point in my life. So see you next time. Bye bye.